Welcome back, fellow metalheads. Another edition of Fierce Metal. It is finally time for my top 10 of 2024. Been looking forward to this all week to share this with you guys. Before I get started on that, I got 5 shout-out albums that I want to share with you guys. We're going to jump right into this. The first one is Arbitrator with their album Nephilim. This came out the 19th of January. 6 tracks, 24 minutes. These guys are a symphonic black and deathcore band from Connecticut. All right, next up on my shout-out albums of 2024, we have Nekrodawn with their EP. It's a progression of regression. This came out the 21st of February. 6 tracks, lean and mean, 25 minutes. These guys are a progressive melodic death metal band from Southern California. Next up on my shout-out album of 2024, we have Bloody Falls with their album Amartia. This came out the 19th of April. 8 tracks, 41 minutes. These guys are a melodic death metal, groove metal band from Finland. Next up, we have Crawl with their album Altar of Disgust. This came out the 3rd of May. 11 tracks, 30 minutes. These guys are a death metal punk crust band from Sweden. All right, last up on my shout-out album of 2024, we got Unhallowed Deliverance with their album Of Spectres and Strife. This came out the 10th of May. 9 tracks, 43 minutes. These guys are a technical death metal deathcore band from Germany. Now that we got the shout-outs out of the way for 2024, let's get into my top 10. Coming in at number 10, we have CARNAL SAVAGERY with their album Into the Abysmal Void. This came out way back in January on the 26th. 11 tracks, 31 minutes. You guys are a death metal band from Gothenburg, Sweden. You have these grinding guitars, dirty bass lines, and howling demonic vocals. It's like a serial killer soundtrack. Very sinister. Coming in at number 9, we have DITANCES with their album Abtruse. This came out way back in January on the 19th. 10 tracks, 41 minutes. These guys are a progressive death metal band from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And unlike most progressive death metal bands that came out this year, no clean singing. It's as beautiful as it is brutal. There's pure aggression blended perfectly with these haunting soundscapes and amazing, beautiful guitar. Coming in at number 8, we have Radiant Black with their album Rituals of Anarchy. This came out on the 24th of September. 9 tracks, 44 minutes. These guys are a melodic death metal, groove metal band from Israel. And this is just a great mix of heavy, groovy riffs, infectious bass lines, and harsh vocals. You throw in some nice melodic moments with some fantastic guitar work. Coming in at number 7, we have Acred Death with their album Abominable Presence of Blight. This was the 16th of February. 9 tracks, lean and mean, crushing, 27 minutes. These guys are a death metal band from Frankfurt, Germany. And this album is just pure, crushing riffage, pulverizing drums. And the vocals go from like deep gutturals to blood-curdling screams. Coming in at number 6, we have NEKRODAWN with their album Sculpted by Torture. This came out the 31st of May. 10 tracks, 40 minutes. These guys are a black and melodic death metal band from Sweden. This is just fast-paced, trim-style picking mixed with thunderous riffs. The vocals are sinister and the drums are menacing, but they manage to lay down a nice underlying groove as well. Time to get into the top 5 of 2024. This next band, I got to give a shout out to my second oldest son, Steven, for turning me on to this just recently. And the more I listen to this the last month or so, it grew on me and it climbed the list real quick. We're talking Blessed by the Sin with their album Demons on My Grave. This came out way back on the 29th of March. 11 tracks, 46 minutes. These guys are a progressive melodic death metal band from Colombia. And the guitar work on here is outstanding. Wicked bass lines and infectious as hell songwriting. Get this pulsing snare drum and demonic dark vocals. So this next band should not be any surprise to anybody that's been following my channel for a while now. Yeah, I'm talking about A Scar for the Wicked with their album Acolythus. This went the 7th of November. 9 tracks, 33 minutes. These guys are a technical death metal deathcore band from Canada, and this album is just unbridled rage and emotion, blended perfectly with this technical prowess and skillful songwriting. And you sprinkle in a bit of atmosphere to craft an amazing album. Coming in at number 3, we have Baron with their album Beneath the Blazing Abyss. This came out the 26th of April. 7 tracks, 44 minutes. Guys are a death metal, doom metal band from Finland. And don't mistake the doom part in this one. This album is ferocious with constant pace changes, bone-crushing speed along with vocals straight out of hell. And this makes for a journey you soon won't forget. This album will beat you into submission, burn you alive, and take your soul. All right, coming in at number 2, another band that should be no surprise if you've been watching my channel for a while. We're talking about Rise of Kronos with their album Imperium. This came out the 11th of October. 13 tracks, 41 minutes. You guys are a death metal, groove metal band from Germany. And honestly, hands down, the most groove-laden, catchy as hell album that I've heard all year. Earworm after earworm hook, blended perfectly with these thrashy riffs and in-your-face vocals. All right, so full disclosure, my number 1 album of the year is actually 2. And the reason why is because these 2 albums, when it came down to it, I tried to take 100 and some albums, put it down to 40, ended up having 41. I could not discard one of these, so I did a 1A and a 1B. So my number 1A album of the year is the only album that I ever did the day it came out. And we're talking about A Night in Texas with their album Digital Apocalypse. This came out the 2nd of August. 10 tracks, 40 minutes. These are a technical deathcore band from Australia. And this album just pummels you and takes no prisoners. From the thunderous drums and the crushing yet groovy riffs and killer vocals, very technical songwriting and catchy at the same time. Deathcore done right. Right, last up for my favorite album of 2024, coming in at 1B, is a band I've been listening to about half the year. We're talking about Mourning Veil with their album Heresy Code. This came out on Mother's Day, the 24th of May. 10 tracks, 43 minutes. These guys are a black and death metal band from Omaha, Nebraska. Now, black and death metal has rapidly become one of my favorite styles of music this year, doing my channel for the last 12, 13 months. This album immediately grabbed me with the pulsing snare drum and demonic vocals. The pace is fast and furious, but they do have some nice pace changes to break things up. The guitar sound is so gritty and so heavy, and the songs are intricate and infectious. This is why this album is my favorite album of the year 2024, so check it out. From those who know the truth is much worse than it 2024 was an amazing year for metal, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you guys. Comment below what your top albums of the year were. I love hearing from you guys. Let's get a conversation going. And I really hope you enjoyed the albums that I put out there. I think there's a lot of albums that I've been talking about that a lot of the people haven't been talking about. So let me know what your feelings are on those. I have one more final video coming out either Saturday or Sunday for video number 50 of the year. I could have done this without you guys. I so much appreciate your support. If you're new here, I do these videos every Friday, occasionally on the weekends. So until next time, keep it furious.